Thierry Henry, the legendary son of the wind, has won 2 consecutive golden shoes in football history. To date, only 3 players have been able to achieve this. The first 2 names are clear and undisputed, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, and the other is Lionel Messi. Do you know whose name is from France? It is not Mbappé, but Thierry Henry, known as the son of the wind god. This is a story of a rare player and perhaps one of the outstanding figures that French soccer has produced. Please watch the following video. Fans of the club Arsenal filled the streets in North London at the end of the 2003 and 2004 seasons. Congratulations! It's a really big festival, the Gunners' winning miracle. Undefeated Premier League, it's Hui Hong, not Arsenal, playing the most spectacular football in the club's history. This set was performed for the crowd at the time. The club had some outstanding players who would later become football legends, and they even had a cannon in their catcher's team. My uncle is literally Thierry Henry. If you come to France and ask who is the greatest player in French football history, who is the greatest player in French football history, the answer will be Thierry Henry, and there is only one person whose name is Thierry. Daniel Henry, also known as the son of the English wind god, was born in Eshton, near the French capital, on August 17, 1977, before joining Arsenal. Henry used to play for foreign clubs. France is like Monaco. And although Juventus, the old lady of Turin, signed an expensive contract and moved to the London Red Half, Henry was overwhelmed by the harsh football of the English Premier League and the Frenchman failed. In the first 8 games, Wenger found himself in trouble. Thanks to Coach Wenger's guidance, Henry was able to fully demonstrate his abilities and become the best player of all time and the greatest striker in the team's history. Zidane once said that Ronaldinho was a special player in the world, but it was Henry who owned it. He possessed the skills that God gave him to play the beautiful game when Henry was 13 years old. After a game in which he scored 6 goals with incredible acceleration, Catalano, then a famous scout, decided to take him back to Monaco, and the relationship between Henry and Mr. Wenger began from there. Those were terrible and depressing days for Henry when he suddenly had to sit on the bench after joining Juventus. But instead of despair, Henry became stronger and he became more determined to play for Arsenal. The fans aren't the most proud of Henry. The goal is there, but it's Trang player's acceleration. According to WC, Ciulai, Henry can run faster than a leopard. This god of wind is like a horse race against an F1 supercar, so it is difficult to start with, but Henry has never been arrogant and is very calm even after Henry's acceleration and scoring phase. People see a calm person with a great progressive spirit. He rarely celebrates goals because, according to reporters, the club's final win is the most important thing. Members said he was fed up with Henry because they didn't celebrate or score every time he scored. Henry, who had a cold face as if he had nothing to be happy about, had many anti-fans. Patrick Vieira also said that he scores goals and wins like Henry at Arsenal because of the misconception that he is cocky and no one wants him. We saw Henry missing too many good opportunities and being angry all night because the home team lost, which was the exact opposite of Henry's cold and careless appearance. Everyone knows that Henry was greatly influenced by his idol Marco van Basten. Henry is always incredibly calm when dealing with goalkeepers. Although he has faced icons like Peter Iker and Oliver in his career, if we talk about Henry's most beautiful goal, it is undoubtedly the goal. 5 minutes after starting, the ball hit Sparta Prague's net. A high ball pass from a teammate on the home field, the child of the wind god skillfully moved his heel to control the ball in his own position. As the ball hit the ground and bounced, Henry looked back with his back to the opponent's goal, swiped with the outside of his right foot, drew a fatal curve, and hit the net straight. A goal that will be remembered in the World Football Museum due to the helplessness of goalkeeper Blazek, a masterpiece drawn by the feet of a genius in the 74th minute. Although it is not as perfect as the first goal due to a double invasion, it avoids the chase and enters the penalty area. A 2-0 win for 2 Sparta Prague defenders is a goal worthy of a football textbook and perhaps even a great performance. This was Thierry Henry's last game in a Gunner shirt due to an interprovincial injury the following season. And Warriors Army failed at home and in C1 after setting foot on Heaven's Gate. Have you ever been fascinated by Thierry Henry's amazing ball handling and acceleration? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section.